my magical friends? I'm Cowmingo! Now today we are going to be looking at the biggest glitch build inside of Overlook Bay! And it's so big, there's a racetrack, a restaurant, a disco, there's just so many different things in this glitch build. But before we do that, if you can do me a quick favor, make sure you're subscribed and you've liked the video, that would mean the world to me. But let's go ahead and get started! Now this glitch build is made by a person named Loud Izzle. His Roblox account will be down in the description. And using the penthouse, he has built an absolutely massive glitch build, which makes mine look really tiny. Let's go ahead and look at it. So you can enter into this build on the right next to the front door, but looking right outside here, there's a bunch of beds, sinks, and just a really big little lounge area. Probably meant for pet carriers. There's a bunch of pet beds, pet bowls, baths, there's just so much stuff out here. But if you walk up this rainbow stairs all the way up to the roof, there is a giant sky bar and a dance club up here. And just look at the detail of like that back wall and the flooring. There's just so much detail. And like the big old seating area over here, it's just so big and so nicely detailed. And look at this dance club, a little disco ball in the center right there. And all the lights, and look at this, it's the DJ area, look at it! The curved screens and the laptops and the little custom DJ area, it's so cool! And the big old speakers right next to it, it's just so nicely done. And it's a nice little view, look at this view, you can see the map so nicely. And this is just one area. There's so many different areas in this build. It is really surprising. But heading back down the ramp and heading back into that main house, you can kind of see there's a little bit of decoration on the inside, like a little table and a little kitchen in here. But most of the detail in this house is all in the glitch build. Because when we go upstairs and go into this glitch build area over here, there is a restaurant behind this wall. And just look at this. There's little photos on the wall, the seating. And the lights, too, they're so nice, like, lit up, too. And the kitchen, look at the kitchen! There's even little hot lights above the food to keep the food warm. Look at all this, it's so nicely done! This is honestly probably my favorite glitch build I've ever seen in this game. And there's also another seating area outside with a really nice view of the map, too. You can see the diner and the movie theater and the mountains. You can literally see like half of the map from up here. The amount of detail is awesome. Now at this point I was like, is this it? Like, there's already a whole lot of glitch builds. But then he showed me below the penthouse too, there's another hidden room. And look at this area, it's so nicely detailed too. It's like a little hidden club down below the map. And the atmosphere for this area is just really nice too. The little like the sign and the white mix, it's really nicely done. It has a big old seating area up. Here's a lot of pink too. Just like the coloring for everything, it looks really good. And I'm also realizing the pink kind of matches me really nicely, so I'm thinking this is like my room now. It matches me really well. But that isn't even all of it. If we go out to the first area we're at, there is a racetrack below it. And let me tell you, this racetrack is actually really hard to race on. I failed multiple times. And this area I'm on right now isn't even the racetrack. This is just like a surrounding area around the penthouse. But let's go ahead and go down the racetrack. I want to run across this. It's a really wide one too. It's like twice as wide as mine. And look at this. It's like a little obby too. Racing across it. It's like a little bit lower. And it's like over the ocean. And as you can see, I fell like immediately. But luckily the guy does have a ladder to get back up, so I didn't have to go all the way back up to the penthouse. So I was easily able to get back up to the main area. But look at this racetrack, it's so cool looking! The way it like zigzags over and over again, it's really nice! And it does keep dropping down all the way, but look how thin this path is. This is literally like an obby you would see in like one of those obby challenge games. I ended up falling, of course, I have to head all the way back up. And that's not even the end of it. This giant black box is a maze. This is really trippy at first because like you think this is gonna be like a big old tunnel. But the tunnel keeps getting tinier and it gets into like a really tiny maze. It is so hard to see. I literally can't see anything. Like there's someone help me get out because it was really hard to see in here. It was pitch black. But I do eventually get out of this area and can continue following the path. And do keep in mind, this area isn't even done yet. You know, he said he only worked on this for a couple days, and he still has a lot of things he wants to do with it. Definitely gonna say this is a really good racetrack, 10 out of 10, one of the best racetracks ever. Now, I did go back up to that little surrounding area, and I did find a little hidden area that I'm pretty sure he hasn't finished yet, but look at this room down here. Look how big it is. It's so funny looking. It almost looks like a little arena like to fight people in. Like a snowball fight area. And even above that, there's even a bigger room. It's like right below the pool area. You can see the giant water area above me. But there's just so much stuff in this build. Even a little seating area over here we didn't look at yet. But I will say, Loud Izzle, you did a fantastic job with this build. If any of you ever see him in game, go take a look at his penthouse. It is so cool looking. And he plans to add more, so there's can totally be more to go look at later on. Oh, and if you want to show me your builds, feel free to tell me whatever to show me them. I love looking at people's houses. And remember, it doesn't have to be like super detailed or like a glitch build. I just really like looking at people's houses. It's a lot of fun. But let me know in the comments, what is your favorite part about Loud Izzle's house? My favorite part's probably the sky bar. It's really nicely detailed, and the dance club next to it's really cool also. But honestly, his entire glitch build is amazing. But thanks for being here, and I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye!